Approaching the archipelago of Svalbard, a region where the frontier spirit is still very much alive. Its biggest town, Longyearbyen, is often called the northernmost settlement on Earth. But even here, people feel the fallout from the war in Ukraine. Ronny Brunvoll is the head of Visit Svalbard, the local tourism board. Before the war, they worked together with a Russian company located in the neighborhood. Now all connections have been severed.
It has been such a tight relationship between people and between companies. So when it all burst out in February 2022, of course it was a tense situation in Longyearbyen as well, amongst the companies.
The Norwegians used to offer tours to the Russian settlements in Svalbard. Now they don't encourage anyone to go there. We visit Arild Olsen, Longyearbyen's mayor. Olsen fears Russia's war on Ukraine could lead to conflicts here too. One reason, he says, is that many residents of the Russian settlements promote the Kremlin's propaganda.
So I see the same things that comes from the official Kremlin also comes from the official Barentsburg. Same but different. And I see this same propaganda machinery going on in Barentsburg as in Kremlin.
On May 9, for instance, residents of the Russian settlement of Barentsburg stage a military-style victory parade. Such actions on Norwegian soil are seen as a provocation by many locals. We decide to visit the Russian town. In summer, the only way to get there from Longyearbyen is by boat.
We are now on our way to Barentsburg, but it was quite difficult to find a boat and a captain willing to take us there. Most Norwegian companies appear not to do it anymore, and now we are a bit nervous about what expects us in the Russian settlement.
Barentsburg, with its coal mine and tourism industry, is completely owned and managed by the Russian state company Trust Arctic Ugol. Dmitry Negrudska works for the company just like everyone here. He is our chaperone and won't leave our side during the visit. Pretty fast it becomes clear that people in Barentsburg don't want to talk politics, even though they feel the consequences. They tell us that sanctions imposed against Russia have interrupted their supply chains.
Luckily, thanks to the diplomatic efforts, we managed to come to a compromise and agreement which allowed us to continue bringing the supplies, the food, the equipment. Of course, some of the bans were lifted. Some of them stayed in place. For example, we are still not allowed to bring Russian-produced goods and equipment of some categories.
The Arctic, with its resources and new maritime routes, is crucial for the Kremlin as it tries to expand its influence here. Despite the war, Russia plans to invest in new research projects and tourism. But with tensions rising in the high north, the war in Ukraine could have consequences in regions the Kremlin might not have foreseen.